Oh my god, this contact lens is driving me insane. How do contact lens wearing people survive day to day? Because I would be insufferable. I would just moan all day long. Hello wonderful humans of the internet, how are we? My name is Sam Scott-Thorne and I am a vocal coach based in Glasgow. Now if you'd like to meet and explore your voice a little more, you can find me on sstvocals.com. You can also find me on Patreon and various other social media platforms, and I will post my handles down below and over there. Over there. That's not what I normally say. What do I normally say? I can't remember because I have gone insane. Not like you could tell. Now if you'd like to consider becoming a patron, you have access to things like early release of reactions, you can fast track reactions, become a reaction, there's special roles on my Discord server, and you have access to all sorts of bonus content like my Vocal Anatomy 101 series where you learn how the voice works. So consider becoming a patron and help shape my channel. Okay, we are going into more uncharted territory for this Halloween week. This is a band, I'm assuming, called Dur and Gray. I don't know who they are, I don't know what they do. The song is called Obscure and it's live at Budokan. So let's go and see. I have no idea what's coming, but I hope it's good. I'm sure it will be. I'm sure it will be. Big crowd. Woo! Oh! What the frick? Whoa! This guy's voice is nuts. Okay. So we have got like a real guttural false chord, oh, like down there, but then it's this kind of swimmy, bubbly sound as well. It's like a pig squeal, if you would call it that. Some people call it that, but like in your stomach. It's so low. You can't sing out of your stomach, by the way. People will tell you to sing from your stomach. Tell them not to be so stupid. It's a metaphor. But then he moves it into this fry scream place, which is really bright and open and high placed. So if these two screams are like the same scream at different ends of intensity and pitch, if you like. I don't think that there is a pitch per se, but you can definitely change the character and the brightness of a sound just depending on larynx height and all sorts of other things. So if he's blending one into the other, either he's going from like a false chord to a fry and he's blending them seamlessly, or they are the same scream at opposite ends of that range, if you like. Holy moly though, and his voice is like super deep and like grounded. I need to hear a little bit more of that because the metal screams have kind of thrown me for a loop. Whoa! Okay, so this guy's Japanese, I think. Did I know that? I think he's Japanese anyway. So there's like this nasalized kind of forward place sound that's coming from the velum, which is like the gateway to your nasal passage. So if you go sing, that's it. Heavy, mid, and then off. He sits in this heavy to mid place. It's really kind of pushed forward. It didn't sound like the voice he did at the beginning though, so I think maybe he can change up his recipe for whatever it is that he requires. He's definitely got a chameleonic like quality to his voice. I'm utterly astounded. My days. Wow. there. That's a low larynx sound. There's a bit of growl in there. It's coming from the false chords. You're just basically pushing air through a relaxed fold, and you get that kind of sound. But he's getting tone through it as well. Like, he's really walking a fine line between clean vocals and really heavily textured vocals. It's not like anything I've really heard before. He's very, very skilled. Now, just before he goes back into it, I just want to shout out to the band because they are phenomenal. This is like just visceral. I feel like the music's just been torn apart and then put back together and torn apart again. It just has this real vicious kind of energy to it. I'm getting too into having this pitchfork. The band are amazing. Let's just leave it there. So there's this real change in direction of this sound. So he's stretching on top of that pushed kind of rounded beginning, if you know what I mean. So it's going it feels, again, there's like a stretch to this whole piece, and his vocals are basically just matching what the musicality of the band are doing. So they're working really well in tandem. It's like the band gets a shot and then he replies in kind, and then they come back and then he comes back. There's this real back and forth between all of them. It's amazing. He's gonna scream again, isn't he? Wow! So he's now going into this like squeal. Is it a head voice? Is it more akin to like a squeal, like a scream almost? Very, very small, very bright. He just whips it through. But then it's just the juxtaposition of that against that like that bubbly kind of low end sound. I need to go and actually learn to do all these things myself, because metal singing, in my opinion, and it's just my opinion, like one of, if not the hardest vocal styles to pull off. Like, it is brutal if you don't know what you're doing, and to do it well and safely is one of the biggest skills a vocalist could have, in my opinion. Other opinions are available. Anyway, wow. How many voices are in this person? He's like a legion of singers. Wow. So now he's getting into this twangy place. That's an oral twang, I feel. So it's an epiglottis that's coming into play here. The epiglottis, not an. There's only one in your body. It creates a frequency that makes the sound a lot more pressured, a lot more pushed, a lot more loud to the ear. He's anchoring, I feel, which is where the muscles in the body come up to support the muscles of the larynx, which means he doesn't have to put as much effort in to get a much more forward, stronger, more resonant sound. There's a little bit of Matt Bellamy from Muse coming through here with that whipping up into your head voice, and it's very, very stretched and it's very thin, but it also sounds really operatic. This guy, wow! Now, an interesting thing here is he's taking lots and lots of short but deep breaths. So he's doing really small phrases. Do 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 do. There's loads of breath coming in here. You can hear from me, I'm struggling because I'm tanking the breath in. I don't know whether he just has a vocal technique that expels a lot of air, so he needs to take a lot more back in. But for the length of time he's singing, I wouldn't expect somebody to need to take breaths that deep. So that's interesting. I would like to know what is causing him to feel the need to take so much breath. Does he feel like he needs to have a certain amount in order to make those sounds, or what? What? Tell me. You can actually hear on his in-breath where he's going to change into a pitched sound. You can actually hear the pitch coming through on the in-breath. Wow! This guttural sound is just intense. It's amazing. The way he hunches over when he's doing it, I wonder if that's a way to encourage something up in and around your face. I don't really know. I've seen a few people that describe it as like the way that you snore, so almost getting your velum to flap around. I can't get mine to relax enough in order for the airflow to do it out the way. I can only do it in the way, but that's essentially that kind of sound. That kind of sound, right? But out the way. There's a technical term for you. I'm stunned. I'm stunned at this man. Top end, it's so tortured, it's so wrung out. There's a touch of James Buckley about it. Has this man just been like laid down on the floor and someone did a spell and just the voices of every human being that ever existed just jumped inside of him? Because there is so much variation here. I feel like you could give him anything and he'd just be like, okay, I'll sing that. Oh, you could hear the narrowing of his pharynx kind of releasing as he went through that. So, he let it kind of drop a little bit, loosen out a wee bit, so you don't get that compressed sound so much where you would need for those like higher moments. He's allowing everything to kind of relax and come down. You just feel a little bit of a sigh of, not relief, but there's a bit of a transition going on here. Where are we going? I'm excited. Oh, was that the end? Was that the end? Was that the end? Was that the end? I'm staying with it because I miss endings all the time. No, I think that was the end. They're not going to do something for 20 seconds. Yeah, that's the end. So the reason that there was like a sigh of relief and it felt like there was a transition into something, that's how he ended. It's like he's just relented. It's done. That guy, oh my days. One of the best singers I've ever heard. Like, for variety, for control, for just sheer shock value. That was like the first time hearing Ginger. Yeah, I'm putting it down now. So Dur and Gray, wow, that was incredible. If there's more of them, I want to hear them. So let me know links, your favourite tune by them in the comments. I'll go and have a listen to it. Wow. If you liked that video, please give it a like and a thumbs up down below. And if you want to see more from me, hit subscribe, ring the bell, and anytime I have new content, you will be the first to know. So I guess all that's left for me to say is thank you so much for joining me. And I have no idea how I'm going to say goodbye to this one, because that just had so much going on. So I guess all that's left for me to say is thank you so much for joining me. And I'm not even doing an outro. Just goodbye. That was insane. Goodbye. My mind is blown. Bye.